Most people conform and follow the crowd. Some want to be different. Some think that they're different. But only a few have the courage to be different. Welcome to Microcap Explosions, where returns can be explosive. The only question left is whether you have the courage to be different.
Welcome to Classic Valley Investors and Microcap Explosions. This is Mariusz Konieczny. I think we're way overdue for a tanker update, don't you think? So if you've been following my channel, you know that I've been away for a week to Mexico to visit Santa Tomas property or Orocos property. And I was busy with that, so didn't really have time to do much on the tankers. But the funny thing is, so in my luggage, right? In my luggage, I had this tripod, right? It's like this tripod that's foldable, and it fits into my luggage. So because of this thing, okay, and I went through several airports. It was like from Midwest, I flew to Dallas, from Dallas to Mexico City, from Mexico City to Los Mochis. And every time, because of this freaking thing, the security opened my bag, right? And the first thing that was laying on my bag was my tanker hat that I made for my oil tanker videos. And you should have seen the look on some of these security guys. They looked at it, and I looked at them, and I was thinking to myself, if you only knew what this thing was made for, you would have looked at me a little bit differently. So anyway, so let's talk about the tankers, right? Because as I'm there, of course I'm looking at the stock prices of oil tanker companies. Just on my app, I look at the stock prices of all the things that I hold, and I don't really think too much about it, the volatility. But I get this, my attention gets brought to it because of the tanker bears. Like, they keep poking and sending me texts and emails. Oh, you're not talking about the tankers, or you stupid idiot, so and so. And from my point of view, I mean, the tanker thesis, nothing really changed, right? The tankers are hated. The order book is as low as it is. The oil demand is recovering, and I think it will continue to recover over the months. Nothing is really different. I'm not really too worried about the situation. Every time I enter any investment, I always think like 3 to 5 years. So it hasn't even been 1 year. Why should I worry about it? Let's think about how this thing is going to play out, in 24 months, 36 months. Where's the COVID situation going to be then? Where's the oil demand going to be there? How is the fleet going to look like? Are we going to get more scrapping? That's really what I'm thinking about. I'm not really thinking about what's happening, day to day, but looking at just what is happening with some of these tankers. I look at like Euronav, I see buyback after buyback after buyback. Yeah, I when it comes to DHT holdings, I see that they converted their notes to shares, and this was one of the things that people were so freaked out about. Then going to Scorpio Tankers, I see more insider buys, and of course Bagby buys the call options. And then the most recent is the Ardmore Shipping announces $30 million share purchase program, which is a significant portion of the entire market cap. So the insiders are buying, the companies are buying back their shares. Yeah, I like to be in this company, so nothing really worries me. And when it comes to this, volatility and being down, look, when it comes to my personal portfolio, I told you that I went from $10,000 10 years ago, and then my portfolio reached like $1 million 2019 or something like that, before this whole COVID situation happened. So it goes like 10,000, 100,000, then it went to like 50,000, I think, and then it went to 500,000. From 500,000 went to 70,000. Then I bought like a bunch of, I think I bought like 1.4 million shares of Oracle in 2017. Then it went to like 1.1 million. COVID came, my portfolio went to 300,000, and now it's like I have close to like 2 million shares of Oracle now. So I mean, you do the math, it's getting close to like $2 million. So within months, it goes from 300,000 to 2 million, while the tankers are down a little bit. Like, should I be worried? And so when it comes to my portfolio, I mean, the volatility is crazy all over the place, and that's just the price that I pay for outperformance. And I still hold all my Oracle shares. And if you watch my videos, oil tanker videos, I told you in these videos, hey, I know you like the tankers, but look at Oracle, because Oracle is the best investment I have ever seen. And I told you this many times. And if you look at the chart now, at the bottom of this COVID craziness, the stock went from like 20 cents. Now it's almost like $1.20. So it's like, what, 6x? And I'm not interested in selling any shares, because from the beginning, when I bought it in 2017, I knew at that point, I said it's going to 5. And now, based on my trip, I think it's actually going to go anywhere between 5 and 10. So no, I'm not selling my shares. They have a long way to go. And who's to say I have to have a certain percentage in one position? I don't compare myself to others. I'm not a hedge fund. I don't need to report my performance and be like, ooh, I lost this quarter, or I won this quarter. It doesn't matter to me. I'm focusing on the business. I'm focusing on the development of the thesis. And that's really all that matters to me. And when it comes to, trading, I don't trade that much. Like, I barely trade. I hate to log into my account and actually be buying and selling. I hate that. From 2017 to 2020, I didn't make a single trade for those 3 years. Nothing. I just sat on my butt, focused on Oracle, and didn't really do anything. And then when this COVID came, I made some trades, and now my portfolio looks a little bit different, but it's still mostly the biggest position is Oracle. And I have other positions now. In addition to that, I have tankers, and I have now 7 other companies that I cover in microcap explosions. So I own them all. I have some Mitcham, but nothing come close to my position in Oracle. And I don't feel like I have the need to loosen up or to sell it, because as the stock price of Oracle is going up, it's actually getting less and less risky. And I still don't think the party started yet. I mean, yes, the stock is up a lot, but the music didn't really start. It's just about to get really interesting, because for the first time in about 20 years, there's going to be some work done on the property. And they are in the middle of doing 3D IP, and I think we are months or weeks away from getting the drilling permit. Once the drilling starts, that's when the music is really going to get through the roof, and that's when the excitement is going to start. I have no reason why to get out from that position anytime soon. And that's when people are really going to wake up to just how fantastic and huge this property is. And I've been studying it for so many years, so I feel very comfortable with it. But yeah, so that's the update on what I've been doing. Tankers, nothing in my opinion changed. Companies are buying back shares. Insiders are buying shares. Yeah, the rates suck right now. I'm not worried at all. I'm not buying the current income or whatever we had the income. I'm buying the ships. I'm a ship owner. I'm buying the ships for less than they are worth. And when the rates, are not very good, I'm able to buy those ships for a lot less than what they're worth. And I don't mind sitting on them 3 to 5 years and wait for the super cycle to happen. And, if the thesis doesn't work out in 3 to 5 years, okay, I can say I was wrong. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. You can't win them all. So That's it for today, and have a good day.